Okay, friends, next in previous class we learned the profile. Profile is nothing but we are drawing the profiles of a bodies when see model from seeing any view. Next, after creating a profile, what is the next step? Means after creating the profile, we are making the constraining. Means right now in previous class, what we did, we designed a monitor. We draw a profile of a monitor. Okay, it's an exactly profile shape. It's exact monitor shape. No, why? Because it's looking the shape of monitor, but it's not exactly dimensions. And what are the width of the outer boundary? Also, it's not somewhat different. So that to get the exact shape and dimensions, so we are using the constraining. What is the meaning of constraining? Constraining is nothing but a locking. What we are locking? Locking. Okay. What we are locking? Suppose if I draw a straight line. What is mean by straight line? A straight line should be straight line. It should be compulsory straight line only. Let me see. If you move in the straight line, what will happening? It's moving. Means right now the line is a straight line, but the line is not. It's not giving the property of straight line. Straight line should be compulsory straight line only. The property is not obeying the straight line, na? Okay, straight line means it should be a straight line, but the line is right now straight line. It means it's moving. Means right now what I drawn a straight line, but the line should not in a straight line position. Means it's the right now what the profile I drawn, it's getting out, shape out. Suppose if I drawing a rectangle, let us see. I am drawing rectangle. Rectangle is nothing but what is mean by rectangle? Two adjacent sides are perpendicular. Right now right now I drawn a profile, but when I moving this profile, it's moving. See right now it is a rectangle. It's not a rectangle. Why? Because in rectangle all the four sides adjacent sides are the 90 degrees. It's not 90 degrees. Like this. Suppose if you're drawing any line or any profile of the object, it should be compulsory fixed. Means right now the straight line I drawn means the line should be straight only. But the line it does not straight line. Why? Because it's moving. It's making 190 degrees, 70 degrees, 50 degrees, somewhat degrees. It should not make like this one. If the line will be drawn in 0 degrees, it should be fixed to 0 degrees. And if we're making the align into the 90 degrees means it should be 90 degrees. Okay, so what is mean by constraining? Means constraining in the locking means you are locking the diagram into a perfect shapes. Okay, so in constraining we have two types of constrainings. One is called as a geometrical constraining and the second one is the dimensional constraining. First of all, we will deal as the geometrical constraint. What is the geometrical constraining? Geometrical constraining means when we in our lower standards we learn that what is the geometry? Geometry is nothing but rectangle. What is mean by rectangle? Two adjacent sides are the 90 degrees, as well as the somewhat properties as coincidence, collinear, as well as somewhat rectangle, square, and horizontal, vertical, perpendicular, parallel. These are all the geometrical constraints. Means we are locking the two objects by how we are objecting. Suppose let's see if these two lines are there, we are locking these two lines by the property of perpendicular. Means if the object can move, but the relation between these two things is perpendicularity. Suppose if there is two lines here, so these two lines should be compulsory parallel. Maybe the line may be any propagation, but we are making a locking. How we are locking? By the operations of the geometrical constraining. See, okay, these are the geometrical constraints. Let me see how to apply the geometrical constraints. So here after profile toolbar, what is learned? We deal about the constraint toolbar. This is the constraint toolbar. Okay, by this constraint toolbar we can apply the geometrical constraints and the dimensional constraints. Okay, suppose right now first of all what I drawn this line. This line should be a compulsory 0 degrees, means it should be a parallel to the horizontal axis. How to make the line to straightly? Means let me see. Right now I offer the constraints, means right now constraints should not work. That's what I okay, right now the line should be a horizontal. So select the line which you want to make the constraint. Then only the tool is highlighted. It is called as the geometrical constraints. Okay, let me see one more time. If it doesn't select any profile, the icon cannot be highlighted. Okay, na? So to highlight that icon, we should compulsory select the profile. Okay, what are constraints you can apply for this one? Suppose the line should be compulsory horizontally, means it's parallel to horizontal axis. Okay, select the object. After that, select the geometrical constraints icon. Then you will get a sub menu. What are the constraints you want to apply for this one? So I want to apply the constraint as a horizontal, means the line should be a horizontal, and click on horizontal. Okay, let's see. Here you will get a name of H. H is nothing but the line is right now fixed to horizontal. Let me see. I am picking that point and moving. See what happening? The line is moving, nothing. But the constraining the line is horizontal to the horizontal axis only, na? Okay, right now let us see, this is the line is right now. In previously what I drawn, this is vertically drawn a line, but it's not in vertical shape, so it should be become to vertical only. Maybe the length of the line is changing, it is different, it is dimension constraint, but first of all we are dealing as a geometrical constraint. So right now the this line I want to become as a vertical. The select the line and select the geometrical constraints icon. Here you will use the option of vertical, then you will appear this is as a vertical, then it is a right line is vertical. See, right now I am line is moving, means the dimensions are varying, but these two line relations are what are relation? It is the horizontal dimension, it's horizontal and it's vertical. These two lines are perpendicular. Like this also I want to make the rectangle exactly rectangle, means two opposite lines, these two lines are vertical, these two lines are horizontal. Okay, select the these two lines and select this object. Here what are constraints can apply? Here you getting the vertical. I want to apply both the properties, two properties to the two lines, single property. So these two lines are vertical. Right now these lines are moving. See, right now I am selecting the two lines are vertical only, but these two lines are not horizontal. So I want to become these two lines are also horizontal. Select the two lines by holding the control button. After that select the geometrical constraints and give the horizontal and OK. See, right now it's a rectangle. See, right now the object is moving, means dimensions are varying, but we are locking. How we are locking? These two adjacent sides are compulsory horizontal only, 90 degrees. That how we can be 90 degrees? One line should be vertical and one line should be horizontal. Like this one we can make the geometrical constraints. Okay, these are the basic constraints, that is horizontal and vertical. After that we have many more relations, let me see. Okay, after applying the constraints, what happens means, suppose if I want to remove the constraints, then select the H and delete. Select the vertical, delete. See, right now the constraints are deleted now. So see, right now it's moving. Why? Because right now there is no constraint between these two lines. Okay, so we can add relation by select the option and select the tool. We can add constraints. If you want to remove, select the constraints and make the delete option, then constraints is removed. Okay, na? And next one, select the object and select the constraints. Suppose what I want to make means, suppose right now I didn't want to add relation between these two lines, horizontal and vertical. Suppose I want to make these two lines as the perpendicular. I didn't apply in the horizontal or vertical, just I am applying the perpendicular. So what is the relation possible between these two things? Here what is when he gives the parallelism, perpendicular. I want to apply the perpendicular. Okay. See, right now these two lines are perpendicular, but it's not the horizontal and vertical. See, it's not relating the relation as horizontal or vertical, but it's just obeying the perpendicularity. See, one more time, I want to make the perpendicularity between these two things. Select the two objects and select the constraints. So I want to add relation. Sorry, one more time. Select these two lines and select the joint constraint. You will get a perpendicular. Okay. See, right now I add relation. By adding horizontal and vertical, it will get the perpendicular. By vertical, we can make the perpendicular, it will automatically get the horizontal. Okay, this like we can add different types of the relations. This is the perpendicularity. And the next one, suppose I want to add I want to delete the perpendicularity. Then what you should do? Select the perpendicularity symbol and delete. And will also delete this to also select. Okay. Suppose there is no relation between these two things. Suppose I want to make means, suppose I want to add relation between these two lines should be a parallel. Okay. Select the two lines. After that select the geometrical relation. I want to add relation as parallel. Sorry, it's not getting. One more time. Select the two lines by holding the control button. After that select the constraint. Then you will get what are the possibilities which can be possibilities with two things is, that is the parallelism. Okay, so it means that these two lines are parallel. Right now if I move this line, automatically that line is also moving. How it's moving? It's moving in a parallel, means it's the constraints are, it's obeying the constraints of parallel. That like also I want to make the constraint these two lines also parallelism. Okay, see, right now these two lines are also parallel. See how it's moving. The line now length of lines are moving, but the constrainings geometrically it's are parallel. Like this one we can make add the number of constraints. And the next property is the coincidence. What is meaning of coincidence? Coincidence is nothing but we are adding the two line paths are in the same way. Suppose let us assume I am deleting the parallelism constraint. Suppose what is the path it has? It has a somewhat different path, and this line has a different path. Means if you extend this line, it has a different path. If you extend this line, it has a different path. So I want to make the two paths into same example. Exactly what can same is axis. We can aligning the two axes also we can same. Okay, select the two lines by holding the control button. After that, get into here you will have the option of coincidence. Means right now we are coincidencing the two paths of the one line. Right now I am moving this line, then it will automatically moving. Why? Because this line axis and this line axis are coincidence. Right now these two lines are became as the coincidence option. Means we are applying the constraint between these two lines as a coincidence. How we can recognize this to have the coincidence constraint? Means by seeing the O symbol. This O symbol indicates that it is a coincidence. Okay, if I didn't want coincidence, then select the coincidence option, delete. Right now there is a no relation between the these two things, so there is not moving. Okay, this is the one type of making the coincidence, and another type of coincidence is nothing but, so right now we coincidence the two axes, as well as not only coincidence axis, we can coincidence the 2 points. Means there is a no path for the points, but by making the coincidence of 2 points, what will happen means we are joining the 2 points. Okay, coincidence applying the 2 points is nothing but joining. Okay, by holding the control button I am selecting the 2 points and selecting the that is geometric constraints, and I am applying the coincidence. See what happened right now. See, two lines are coincidence, means two lines, 2 points are joined. Okay, see right now I want to join this point and sorry, I want to join this point, and by holding the control button I am selecting this point. So right now I want to coincidence the these 2 points. Like this one we can apply the coincidence constraint. See right now if I move the line, what happened? Automatically rectangle also moving. Why? Because the relation between these two things is coincidence. That is the join between the these two things. Okay, this is the coincidence option. And next one is the concentricity. What is meaning of concentricity? Concentricity is nothing but, suppose if there is a two circles, if there is a two circles, I want to add a relation between these two circles as a concentricity. What is meaning of concentricity is nothing but, two circles have the same center point. It is called as a concentricity. Okay, to apply the concentricity property, what you should do? Select the two circles and select the geometrical constraints. Here you have the option of the concentricity. Then we are applying the concentricity property. Suppose if I move in this circle, automatically this circle also moving. Why? Because the two circles have the concentricity property. What is the concentricity property? The two circles have the same center. It is called as a concentricity property. And next one, I want to add relation between the circle and a line. That is called as a tangency. Means I want to apply the tangency property between a circle and the line. Okay, so there is no relation between a circle and the line. I want to apply the property of tangency between the circle and line. So select the line and select the circle and select the geometric constraints. Here you will have the option of the tangency. By the tangency property, I make a relation between the circle and the line as the tangency. See right now if I move the line, automatically the circle is also moving. Why? Because it's a property of the tangency. Okay, if I move circle as well as same the line also moving. Why? Because it is the tangency property. Like this one we can make the tangency property. And the next one option is the midpoint. Means suppose I what is the midpoint is nothing but, suppose if I delete this line, after that I am deleting the tangency property also, selecting the tangency property and removing tangency property. Okay, if next constraining is the equidistant midpoint. Midpoint means, suppose I didn't know the midpoint of this line. Okay, I didn't know the midpoint of this line, but I want to coincidence this point to the midpoint of this line. దీని మిడ్ పాయింట్ని మనం ఈ లైన్కి మిడ్ పాయింట్ మనకి ఏముందో తెలియదు కానీ దానికి కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం. సో సెలెక్ట్ ద పాయింట్ అండ్ సెలెక్ట్ ద లైన్ అండ్ సి వాట్ ఆర్ ద ప్రాపర్టీస్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద possibilities, that is the your highlighted is the mid point. Means right now I coincidence the this point to the midpoint. Suppose if I increase the rectangle length, then the line of length is changing. Means automatically the midpoint is varying. As see one more time, if I see I am enlarging this line, but the line, the point also moving. Why? Because midpoint is the line where the center is there, that is called as a midpoint. Okay, so like this one also you can apply the property of the midpoint thing. And the next one is the one more important, very important thing is the, that is symmetry. Symmetry is nothing but we are making the same is nothing but, suppose I am making it as a rectangle. If you want to make a rectangle, what you should do? This line should be a horizontal and this line should be a vertical. Okay, See, right now, what is the meaning of property of the symmetry? Symmetry is nothing but, suppose symmetry is nothing but the same. The meaning is same. What is meaning of the same? Same is nothing but, suppose if the right rectangle is between the coordinate system is middle. So right now the length of the rectangle should be in this direction, should be same in the same should, what is the length in this direction, it should be same in this direction also. Right now there is a no relation between the coordinate system and the rectangle, means there is a different distance between in this side and this direction. So I want to make the symmetry, means the distance between from this axis to this line and distance between this axis to this line, it should be same. Okay, for making a symmetry option, then what you should do is select the two lines, which are the lines we want to make the symmetry. After that, select the axis. Next, to make the coincidence, then here you will get an option of symmetry. See, right now, so how can recognize the symmetry? It's just like this is a constraint symmetry, means by applying symmetry option, what happens right now? See what happens if I'm moving in this direction, automatically the length is moving in this direction also. Why? Because symmetry is nothing but same. The right now the vertical axis right side, what is the shape have, right left side vertical axis also have the same shape and same dimension. Like this I have also add relation between in the vertical horizontal also. So what you should do, same, select the two lines, after that select the axis, after that select the geometric dimension. So we are applying the constraint of that is called as a symmetry, and okay. See right now the rectangle is completely symmetry to the coordinate system. Like this one we can make the symmetry option, and it is very important to, use the very mostly are using the symmetry option. Okay, so what is meaning of constraining? Constraining is nothing but locking. We are adding relation between the one object and the another object. Okay, so right now these are very important now. So after drawing the profile, is it necessary to apply the constraint? Means it's very important. It is very important to apply the constraint. Why? Because if without apply the constraint, what will happen? There is a chance to break out the shape of the object. So while right now what I did means, in previously I off the constraints, means when we are drawing the object, automatically constraints are created. See right now the blue color indicate that it is in a horizontal, means it automatically get the constraint of h. When we draw the line in vertically, see automatically it get the shape, it get the v, means it's vertical, means it getting the like this one. So as well as if getting like this one, what getting, it is meaning that coincidence means the right now the line point path should be a coincidence to the this point. See o symbol indicates means the line is coincidence to this point. And see one more time, when I am drawing this one, here we get as a parallel also, perpendicular, means right now this line is perpendicular to this line. It means when you are drawing the sketch, these constraints are all automatically created. If you want this constraint, then click, then the constraints is prepared. If it doesn't require the constraint, then what we should do means, sometimes what happens means it's disturbing our profile. When we are creating these constraints, make the disturbances to profile. So in that conditions, what you should do means hold the shift button. By holding the shift button, you doesn't get any constraints, means the constraints are not highlighted. Then you can draw exactly what the shape you want to make, you can draw shape. But in these conditions, some more problems will happen. Why? Because if you want to draw a straight line, it doesn't get a straight line. For this one, what you should do, you should unhold the shift button, then you can get the exactly that is straight line. So maybe it was somewhat useful, it doesn't somewhat useful. So when you didn't want to disturb the another constraints to when you are drawing the profile, means you should hold a shift button, then you didn't get any constraints. And next thing, suppose right now I shown the example as rectangle. While drawing the rectangle, you will get it exactly rectangle with the horizontal and vertical. But I right now previously it didn't get the horizontal and vertical. Why? Because I turn off the geometrical constraints, means you should not work. I turn off it. How I turn off it? I turn off it means, let me see. Suppose sketch tools. Here we have one more toolbar, it is a sketch tools. In sketch tools, these are the very important tools I turn off in this one. So if I turn off the geometrical constraints, then if you draw a rectangle, you will didn't get the means geometrical constraints are not working. See right now this rectangle didn't get the geometrical constraints, that is horizontal and vertical, it's are not working, means I turn off the geometrical constraint. It should be compulsory, you should get the geometrical constraints. Then what should do, should turn on the geometrical constraints, means when we are creating the a rectangle or anything, then it will automatically it's created horizontal and vertical as well as the coincidence to this point. Okay, so by sketch tools, if you turn off these two things, what will happen means one is turn off in the geometrical constraints and next one is the dimensional constraints. So you should compulsory check it. If dimensional constraints are not working means here the icon is a turned off. Okay, so this is the sketch tools, very, very important. So right now what is geometrical constraints is that we are making relation between the one object and the another object by the geometrical properties. సో మనం ఇంతకుముందు ఏం నేర్చుకున్నాం, ప్రొఫైల్ గీయడం నేర్చుకున్నాం. ప్రొఫైల్ గీయడం నేర్చుకున్న తర్వాత మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏమనుకున్నాం, నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏంటంటే కన్స్ట్రైనింగ్ అని అంటున్నాం. కన్స్ట్రైనింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి అని అంటే, సపోజ్ నేను మానిటర్ షేప్ నిన్న గీసిన. మానిటర్ షేప్ అంటే ఏంటి, మనకు మానిటర్ షేప్లో రెండు రెక్టాంగిల్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ రెండు రెక్టాంగిల్ మధ్యలో కరెక్ట్ లెంత్ అంతటా సేమ్ ఉందా, లేదు. ఒకటి మానిటర్ అంటే ఏంటి, కంపల్సరీ రెక్టాంగిల్ షేప్ లోపలనే ఉండాలి. మళ్ళీ నేను దాన్ని ఇలా గుంజితే రెక్టాంగిల్ షేప్ లాగా ఉన్నది, ఇంతకుముందు అంటే రెక్టాంగిల్ షేప్ లాగా లేదు. మళ్ళీ రెక్టాంగిల్ షేప్ లాగా ఉండాలంటే ఏంటి, రెక్టాంగిల్ అంటే ఏంటి, రెండు సైడ్ల తీసుకున్నా కానీ రెక్టాంగిల్ ఇటు పక్కపక్కల సైడ్లో రెండు సైడ్ తీసుకున్నా కానీ ఆ రెండు 90 degrees ఉండాలా. ఆపోజిట్ రెండు లైన్స్ కూడా ప్యారలల్గా ఉండాలి. మళ్ళీ ఈ ప్రాపర్టీ అనేది ఉన్నప్పుడే దాన్ని రెక్టాంగిల్ అంటాం. సో మనం గీసిన స్కెచ్ అనేది రఫ్ స్కెచ్ గీసిన తర్వాత కంపల్సరీ అట్లా ఉండడానికి దాన్ని ఏం చేస్తామంటే దాన్ని కన్స్ట్రైనింగ్ అంటాం. కన్స్ట్రైన్ అంటే ఏంటి, లాకింగ్. కంపల్సరీ ఈ రెండు పక్కపక్కల ఉన్నవన్నీ కంపల్సరీ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ ఉండాలా, రెండు ఆపోజిట్ ఉన్నాయి, ప్యారలల్గా ఉండాలా, ఇట్లా రకరకాల కన్స్ట్రైన్స్ ఉంటాయి. అందుకే దీన్ని కన్స్ట్రైన్స్ అన్నాం. కన్స్ట్రైనింగ్ ఇన్ బట్ లాకింగ్. లాకింగ్ అంటే వీఆర్ యాడింగ్ రిలేషన్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ థింగ్స్. సో కన్స్ట్రైనింగ్ టూ టైప్స్ ఉంటాయి. వన్ ఇస్ జామెట్రికల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ద డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్. మనం ఇంతవరకు చూసిన అన్ని కూడా జామెట్రికల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్. ఏమేమి జామెట్రికల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్స్, హారిజంటల్ అంటే లైన్ అనేది స్ట్రైట్గా ఉంటుంది, వర్టికల్ అంటే లైన్ అనేది నిలువుగా స్ట్రైట్గా ఉంటుంది. యాజ్ వెల్ as పర్పెండిక్యులర్ అంటే ఏవైనా రెండు లైన్లు ఉన్నాయి కనుక రెండు లైన్ల మధ్యలో 90 degrees ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ప్యారలలిజం అంటే ఏమవుతుంది, ఏమైనా రెండు లైన్లు ఉన్నాయి అనుకో, ఆ రెండు లైన్లు దాన్ని ఎంత ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసినా కానీ ఆ రెండు లైన్లు ఎప్పటికీ కలవు. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ అంటే ఒక లైన్కి ఒక పాత్కు ఇంకో లైన్కి ఉన్న పాత్కి రెండు పాత్లను కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ చేస్తున్నాం, అంటే రెండిట్ల పాత్ ఒకటే అని చెప్తున్నా. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఇంకో ఆప్షన్ ఉంది, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద కోఇన్సిడెన్స్. రెండు పాయింట్లను కలుపుతున్నాం అంటే లైన్ కంటే పాత్ ఉంటుంది కానీ పాయింట్కి పాత్ ఉంటుందా, ఉండదు. కనుక రెండు పాయింట్లను కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది అంటే మనకు రెండు కలిసిపోతాయి, జాయింట్ లాగా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చి కాన్సెంట్రిసిటీ అంటే ఏంటి, రెండు సర్కిళ్ళ మధ్యలో మనము రెండు సర్కిల్కి ఉన్న సెంటర్ పాయింట్ని సేమ్ పాయింట్ చేయడాన్ని కాన్సెంట్రిసిటీ అని అంటాం. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ద సిమెట్రీ అంటే ఏంటంటే, సిమెట్రీ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ సేమ్ అని అర్థం. ఏంటి సేమ్ వల్ల సేమ్ ఉందని అంటే, మనం రెక్టాంగిల్ గీసి చూసినాం ఇంతకుముందు. ఆ రెక్టాంగిల్ అనేది సెంటర్ మిడిల్ యాక్సిస్ నుంచి ఎంత పక్కకు రైట్ సైడ్ ఎంత సేమ్ ఉందో లెంత్ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ కూడా అంతే సేమ్ ఉండాలి. అందుకోసం ఏం చేసినాం, రెండు లైన్లను సెలెక్ట్ చేసి యాక్సిస్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, కంపల్సరీ అది సిమెట్రిక్ అయిపోయింది. అదేవిధంగా సేమ్. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా జామెట్రికల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వీఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ ద వర్టికల్, నెక్స్ట్ డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్స్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ద వీఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ ద డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్స్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రైన్స్? రైట్ నౌ what I drawn rectangle. What is the meaning of rectangle? Rectangle is nothing but a two lines between two adjacent sides are the perpendicular, then it obeys the property. After that, so right now we drawn as a monitor is nothing but how I drawn the monitor. This is the outline of the monitor I drawn. What is the outline of the monitor? It is in a rectangular shape, but it is the shape of the monitor. Rectangle is shape of the monitor, but it's not exactly dimensions. Why? Because suppose what is the width of the rectangle monitor? It may be a 120, and what is the height of the rectangle? It should be a 60. Somewhat it should be compulsory appropriate dimensions. So right now we want to apply the constraint, dimensional constraint. Dimensional constraints means if we are fixing this line to 120, we are fixing this line to 60. If it doesn't apply the dimensional constraints, what happening means, suppose if you moving this line, what will happen? The line of the length is moving, means it doesn't have a fixed dimension. Means right now the monitor should be compulsory have the dimension of, it should be 120, it should be 50. Now is it correct? Is it perfect 120 dimension, 150 dimension? No. So then how to make this to make it, the line should be fixed to 120, and how to make this line into 60? That is called as a dimensional constraints. How we will make the dimensional constraints? Let us see. And the constraint toolbar, and the second option is, it is called as the dimensional constraints. Okay, so how to give dimensions to a profile? Means select the constraint toolbar, dimensional constraint. After that, select the line which you want to use a dimension, and after select the line, one more time, select the dimensional constraint. After select the line, then you will get the dimension. See, right now the line of length is, this line length is 297. See, if I am moving this line, what happening? This line is moving, means this line length is fixed to 297. See, one more time, if I am moving this line, what will happen? Means the length of this line is moving, means it doesn't have the parameter, so that it doesn't length is changing. If I give the constraint to this line, sorry, select select the dimensional constraint and giving the dimension to this line, what happening? See, right now the line length is fixed to 387. See, if I am moving this line, what happening? The complete rectangle is moving, but the length of this line and this line is not moving. Why? Because this line length is fixed to 297 and this line is fixed to 387. Like this one we can make the constraints. Okay na? So actually, suppose let's take, what is the parameters of rectangle? Means rectangle is the parameters are length and the width. It's according to our dimensions. But in CATIA or any modeling software, we have to give the two more dimensions. What is the two more dimension? Means right now this plane is a infinity. Right now this is, we are right now in xy plane or any plane, 6 views na. So right now or in one view, this view is the infinity view. Okay, in this infinity view the rectangle is where it is. Okay, one more time, right now this rectangle is there, this rectangle is where in this plane. ఈ రెక్టాంగిల్ ఉంది కదా, ఈ రెక్టాంగిల్కి లెంత్ విడ్త్ అనేది మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది, కానీ ఈ రెక్టాంగిల్ అనేది ఈ ఇంత పెద్ద ఇన్ఫినిటీ ప్లేన్లో ఎక్కడ ఉందని చెప్పేసి మనం చూపించాలా. దట్స్ వాట్ కాల్ యాజ్ వన్ మోర్ టూ డైమెన్షన్స్. మీన్స్ వీ షుడ్ గివ్ టూ మోర్ డైమెన్షన్స్. మీన్స్ రైట్ నౌ దిస్ రెక్టాంగిల్ is where, means what you should do, select the dimension constraints and select the this line to this line. Means we are giving that right now the rectangle is from the coordinate system 345 distance through horizontal, as well as I am giving the constraint with the vertical to vertical axis. See, right now object is 247 distance from the vertical axis. Right now how the appearance is, the appearance in the green color, means right now the object is fully constrained. See, right now if you try to move this rectangle, is moving up, it's not moving. Why not it's not moving? Means it's completely constrained. How it's constrained? The rectangle length is vertical, horizontally 387 and vertically 297. And where is the rectangle in the plane? Means from the horizontal axis 345 distance and the vertical axis 247 distance. Like this one we can make the dimension fix. We are making the object to a particular dimension and we are locking this object in the dimensional constraint. Suppose if you take out the circle, what are the constraints we can apply for the circle? Select the circle. What are the constraints we can apply for circle? We can apply constraints as the radius of the circle. Okay, so select the dimensional constraints and give the dimension of the circle. Okay, right now the object circle is fully constrained. No, it's not appearing in the green color. If the object is appeared in the green color only, it means that the object is fully constrained. What we should do, from the center point of the circle to horizontal axis and from the center of circle to the vertical axis. Suppose if it doesn't give the horizontally, vertically, what will happen? Right now, see, the object is moving in the parallel to vertical, but it's not moving in the horizontal. Why? Because right now the center point is 439 distance away from the horizontal axis. Right, like this also, it should be locked in the vertical direction also. So select the dimensional constraint and select the axis and select the point. Then you will get the constraint. Right now the object the circle is fully constrained, so that right now object is fully green color and it's not moving. See, by holding circle, if I am moving, it's not moving. So like this one we can make the constraining the objects. Suppose if you have the ellipse, what are the dimensions of the ellipse? Dimensions of the ellipse is, that is the one is the same major axis and the one is minor axis. In CATIA what we call it is as a we call it as a seminar axis. Okay, how to make the constraints to object? Means select the dimensional constraint and give the dimension. One dimension what you will get, it is the, we can consider it as a major axis. To get the minor axis, what should do means select the object. After that what we should do is right click. On the right click you will have the seminar axis, means it is the another axis of the ellipse and it's not, it is fully constrained, not fully constrained. What we should do, same like in circle, from the center point of the ellipse to from the axis, from the horizontal axis we should give the one dimension. Same, select the center point of the ellipse and as well as the horizontal. Right now the ellipse is not made the fully constrained. Why it is not made the fully constrained? Means right now the ellipse has a chance as the, suppose right now we are applying this one also, but the similar axis is there na, the similar axis of the ellipse is it's not parallel to horizontal, it's not parallel to vertical, means it has a chance to rotation. So the similar axis also should be the constraint. Select this ellipse and select the geometric constraint. We should apply the horizontal or vertical. What is the meaning of horizontal or vertical? Means from center point it has a chance to rotate, so we should apply in the horizontal. Then okay, see right now ellipse is fully constrained. How fully constrained? If it doesn't apply the horizontal or vertical constraint, what will happen means the ellipse may be chance in this direction, it may be it can rotate the in this direction or in this direction. So that we should apply the property of, for the ellipse only we should apply the property of a horizontal or vertical. Okay, and one more time, suppose if we are drawing the circle, what are the chances to make the constraining to the horizontal circle? That is, we can give the circle, that is the radius or diameter we can give. Suppose if you want to give the diameter, then what you can should do means double click on the circle, then if you drag this one, sorry, okay, we'll leave it, I will tell after. Okay, so like this one we can give the constraints. So suppose it's rectangle and circle and for ellipse, but suppose if I have dozen irregular shapes, irregular shape is nothing but, suppose if I drawing the steps means it should be like a small steps shape. Suppose one see right now I am getting the problem with the constraints, so it's disturbing my constraints. Then what you should do, I hold the shift button, then the constraints are not highlighted, it's disturbing. So what I can do, I can remove this circle, nothing will happen. Right now what I am not drawing the exact drawing now, so just I am drawing a rough sketch. Okay, this is a straight line and this is a straight line and this is a straight line, this is a straight line. After that I am closing with this line. Okay, in the steps what should be, all the lines should be horizontal vertical. This line is not get a vertical, so select the line and select the apply the geometrical constraint, that is called as a vertical. It's actually is there. Okay, and select this line. After that select this one. What is the property should apply here? Horizontal. Okay, it's horizontal vertical. So how to make the fully constraint to this object? Means the possibilities are that, suppose I can give the dimension of this big line, after that this line, after that this line. Suppose if you give dimension of this line, what will happen means it's make as the object is color into, converted into the pink color, magenta color. Its meaning is that it's over constraint. Means what is meaning of over constraint is nothing but, let me see what is example. Right now this complete length of the length is 568. From this one if you minus these two values, then you will get this value now. So means right now we are giving the over constraining, we are making dimensions of the object, but we are making the over dimension. Suppose I will give this dimension as a 200, this dimension as a 300, this dimension as a 400. What will happen? 437 to 900. If you give this dimension to 500, is it obeys the rule? These three lines, by addition of these three lines lengths are 900 and this line is the 700. Is it possible? It's possible. When it's possible, this line should not be a vertical, then it will be possible, but it should be this shape only, but the dimension should not be moving. So for this one what we should do, what we understand now? So we should make the fully constraint means, if you get the, suppose if you want to compulsory, you should give this dimension. What happening here? See what are the constraints are appeared in the pink color. 1 2 3 4 means in these 4 dimensions we should delete the 1 dimension. So right now I am deleting this dimension. See right now these 3 dimensions means by adding these 3 dimensions, by we getting the length of this dimension. Understand now? See one more time, we are giving the vertical. So we can give the dimensions of these 3 lines. Then it's maybe fully constrained. If you want to give the dimension of this line, means what we should do, we should remove any dimension from this line. Why? Because what is the length of this line? By addition of these 3 lines, then only we'll get the dimension of this line. You want to give this dimension means you want to remove any dimension from this one. Not only this dimension, this one, you can remove any dimension. Lifting of this dimension, we will get the dimension of this dimension. How to delete this one? Select the dimension and make the right click, make the delete option. Then you can delete this constraints. Like this one we can make the deleting the, okay na? So this is the fully constrained. Right now we are giving the dimensions of object. Right now object is fully constrained. No. Why? Because the object is where in the plane, we can give dimension from the coordinate system. If not, if it doesn't give the coordinate system, we can give the adjacent object also. Why we are giving adjacent object? Let me see. Suppose right now we are giving the dimensions from this object to this object. Right now the object is fully constrained. How it's make the fully constrained? Fully constrained. Right now this object is where in the plane means from the rectangle, the addition of the length between the rectangle and the axis, after that length of the rectangle, after that dimension from the rectangle to the object. By combining these three dimensions, it indicates that where is the rectangle, where is the object in the where is object in this plane. Like this also in the vertical only. So by we can make the fully constrained, why we can give the dimensions of that object. After that we are giving the dimensions of the where the object is in the plane. So this is the fully constrained. If the object is visible in a different types of colors, it means that the object is over constrained. Means you are giving the dimensions, very many more dimensions are giving. It doesn't. It's making the over constraint. Okay. So first option is the geometrical constraint, and next one is the dimensional constraint. ఓకే నా ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, జామెట్రికల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ తెలుసుకున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? మనము మౌంటర్ షేప్ రెక్టాంగిల్ ఉంటుందని చెప్పి చేసినాం, అవునా? అది కరెక్ట్ మౌంటర్ షేప్లానే ఉండిపోవాలా. అంటే ఇది కరెక్ట్ ఏంటి, కిందిదేమో 120 లెంత్ ఉండాలా, పైనదేమో 160 లెంత్ ఉండాలా అని అనుకున్నాం. మళ్ళీ మనం ఈ రెక్టాంగిల్ ఇట్లా మూవ్ చేస్తుంటే ఏమవుతుంది, దీని లెంత్ అనేది నిలువుగా అడ్డంగా చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది, నిలువుగా కూడా గుంజితే చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇట్లా ఇది చేంజ్ కాకూడదు. ఇట్లా చేంజ్ కాకుండా ఉండడానికి మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్. అంటే ఈ లైన్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ 120కి ఫిక్స్ అయిపోవాలా, ఈ లైన్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ 60కే ఫిక్స్ అయిపోవాలా. అట్లా ఫిక్స్ అయిపోవడాన్ని మనం చేసేదాన్ని డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ అన్నాం. ఇప్పుడు వరకు మనం అప్లై చేసిన కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ అన్ని చూసారా, ఇవన్నిట్లను కూడా డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ అంటాం. మనం ఏం చేయాలి, దాన్ని డైమెన్షనల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి లైన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి డ్రాగ్ చేసి పెడితే మనకు దాని ఒక డైమెన్షన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ లైన్ అనేది 334 లెంత్కు ఇది ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చూడు, ఇటు దిక్కు చేంజ్ చేస్తుంటే రెక్టాంగిల్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది, కానీ ఈ లైన్ యొక్క లెంత్ మూవ్ అవుతుందా? లెంత్ మూవ్ కావట్లేదు, ఎందుకంటే ఈ లైన్ లెంత్ అనేది 334కి ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయింది. ఈ విధంగా మన సర్కిల్కి డయామీటర్, రేడియస్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఈ విధంగా ఇచ్చుకుంటాం. ఓకేనా? సో ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం ఏమనుకున్నాం, ప్రొఫైల్ షేప్ ఇచ్చినాం, ప్రొఫైల్ ఇచ్చినాం. సో రైట్ నౌ వీ డ్రాన్ రెక్టాంగిల్ షేప్, ఇట్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ అ మౌంటర్. We consider it as a monitor. So what we did after that, we are apply the dimensional constraints. So geometrical constraints. What are geometrical constraints? These two lines are horizontal, these two lines are vertical. So automatically it's created. But the compulsory dimension should be this dimension should be 120, this dimension should be 60. So what we can do, select geometrical dimensional constraints and give the dimension of these two lines. Then what is the length of this one? It is the length of 1213, and it is the length, it's the height of 511. But it's the what we think monitor height should be a 60 and monitor width should be a 120. Is it 160 120? No. So to get the perfect dimensions means right now we given the dimension, but it's not the what we required dimension. So what we should do, it should be height of 60. How to get the dimension 60 means double click on that constraint, then here you will get a small window. In this window you can give the dimension. What is the height of this thing you are considering? I am considering it has it is 60. Right now the object is moved to 60 dimension, as well as the height width of the object. What I am considering as a 120. Double click on the constraint and make the dimension as 120. See, right now the rectangle height, length and height is the 120 and 60. So in the monitor there is some more rectangle. I did so I am drawing one more small rectangle. What are the constraints we can apply for this rectangle? Same for this rectangle also, length and width. But what we can do means we can replace this constraints like this also. How we can see, select these two lines and we can give the dimension. What is the dimension between these two lines, as well as what is the dimension between these two lines, and also these two what is the dimension between these two lines, as well as dimension between these two lines. Like this also we can replace this dimension. Suppose if we are giving this all the dimensions as a 10, and this is a 10, and this is also 10. Double click on the dimension, then what is the dimension you want to insert, give the dimension 10. See, right now what is the length of this rectangle? The rectangle is 60 minus here 10 and here 10, means what is the height, length of this one is the length of 40 by removing 10 here, 10 here. Right now the object is fully constrained. It's not fully constrained. Why it's not fully constrained means right now we didn't give a dimension that the rectangle is where it is in the plane. So what I can give, I can take reference as this is reference now. So selecting these two lines and given the one constraint. One more time, select these two lines and forming the one dimension. After that, selecting the one line in the rectangle and selecting the line in the rectangle. So right now the object is colored in the fully constraint. Why? Because right now the object of the shape is we got, and what are dimensions we got, we get it. Okay, like this one we can give the assign. So first step is drawing the rough sketch of geometry. After that we should apply the geometrical constraints. After that we should apply the dimensional constraints. In the dimensional constraints automatically generated, but it's not our required dimension. What we should do we should edit the dimensional constraints. Okay, now. And the next one is the one more time. Suppose if I draw a steps, if I draw in the one more time, I am drawing the steps shape. What will happen? Let me see. Here you have small logic. Actually, it will be very useful when we are drawing a very big diagrams. It will mostly we should edit the constraints in this way only. Then only it's very good. If it doesn't apply this if it doesn't use the edit multi constraint, what are the problems you will get? Let me see. So how we can make the fully constraint this object? We should give the height of this length of complete this line, and we should give the complete length of this line. After that we can give the opposite two lines or any two lines, as well as the vertically horizontally. After that what you should do, where the object is in the plane, where the object is in the plane. Right now object is fully constrained. So suppose what is said in the one person given me diagram to model this one. Okay, what he given means after I drawn a profile of the geometry, after that automatically geometry constraints are applied, leave it, and after that I given the dimensions. But the dimensions are, suppose what he given the complete the width of the step is one step is 100. So what I give, and doubling on this one object and giving the dimension is 100. What happened? The object shape is completely changed. I didn't get in the what are the dimensions I want to give, and also the profile is completely changed. So in these conditions what I should do means, here we will have the edit multi constraint. Okay, by using the last option in the constraint means, right now what we can do means, here we can editing the one dimension directly. After giving all the dimensions, it will update the geometry. See, so what is the distance between from the origin? Let me consider it as 0. 0 is the distance between the origin and the object through the horizontally, as well as the vertically also the dimension should be a 0. I am considering. Okay, after that length, what is the length of this one I considering? He said now the length of the step is 100. After that, and this step is also 100, and height of the step is also, let me consider it as 50, as well as this step is also 50. Okay, and next one is the what is the height of the object? The height of the object is the 150, and it is the height of it's the length of, what is the length of it? Is 300. And after giving after editing all the dimensions and place as okay, then what will happen? The object is place the fit all in, then object can give exactly. See, right now we are editing the we edited dimensions, edit multi constraints. We are editing the dimensions multiply. We are editing one dimension by using the edit multi constraint. Right now we can editing the dimension. After that we get exactly shape. If it doesn't use the edit multi constraint, what happen? Suppose this dimension is 1000. What will happen? Means he given the length of one step is 1000. So if I give the 1000 value, the diagram is shaped out. Right now I didn't get the what is dimension. Right now we want to give. This problem will exist. So that we should, after drawing the sketch, after that making the fully constraint, we should use the edit multi constraint. It is very useful. Okay, and there is some more options in the constraint toolbar. Let me see. First of all we see in the geometrical constraints, after that we see the dimensional constraints, after that we see the edit multi constraint. Okay, ఇంతకు ముందు మనం ఏం చేసినామంటే, ఇప్పుడు స్టెప్స్ అని స్టెప్స్ గీసినప్పుడు కొత్త నాకు మోడల్ ఇచ్చిండు. ఏమి ఇచ్చిందంటే మోడల్ షేప్ స్టెప్స్ లాంటి మోడల్ చేయన్నాడు. చేసిన తర్వాత అందులో ఒక్కొక్క స్టెప్ లెంత్ వచ్చేసి 100 ఉండాలని చెప్పిండు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేసినాం మనం గీసిన షేప్కి ఏమో 77 వచ్చింది. నేను దాన్ని డబల్ క్లిక్ చేసి 100 చేసిన. 100 చేస్తే ఏమైంది? డయాగ్రామ్ మొత్తం షేప్ అంతా చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది. మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ అయిపోతే మళ్ళీ నాకు వేరే డైమెన్షన్ ఎడిట్ చేయడానికి ఉంటుంది ఆప్షన్, అంటే ఉంటుంది, కానీ చాలా టైం పట్టుకుంటే చాలా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది. సో దట్ మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే అన్ని డైమెన్షన్స్ ఇచ్చినాక ఎడిట్ మల్టీ కన్స్ట్రెంట్ తీసుకొని మనం దానిలో ఒక్కొక్క డైమెన్షన్ ఎడిట్ చేసినాం అనుకో, మనము డైమెన్షన్స్ అన్నీ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆ డైమెన్షన్స్కి తగ్గట్టుగా షేప్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. ఒకటి. రెండవది, క్రియేట్ అయిన తర్వాత మనము పెద్ద పెద్ద డయాగ్రామ్స్ గీస్తున్నాం అనుకోండి, దానిలో గీసేటప్పుడు ఒక 100-200 డయాగ్రామ్స్ డైమెన్షన్స్ ఇచ్చింది అనుకో, దాంట్లో మనం 1-2 డైమెన్షన్స్ ఇవ్వడం మర్చిపోవచ్చు కూడా. అట్లా మర్చిపోకుండా ఎడిట్ మల్టీ కన్స్ట్రెయిన్లో మనకు మొత్తం ఎన్ని డైమెన్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయో మొత్తం చూపిస్తుంది. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం, మనం ఈ డైమెన్షన్ ఎంత ఇచ్చినాం, ఈ డైమెన్షన్ ఎంత ఇచ్చినాం, అన్ని ఒక్క డైమెన్షన్ కూడా మిస్ కాకుండా అన్ని డైమెన్షన్స్ మనకు కావాల్సిన డైమెన్షన్స్లోకి మార్చుకోవచ్చు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టూల్ అనమాట, ఎడిట్ మల్టీ కన్స్ట్రెయిన్. దీనివల్ల మనకు చాలా ఉపయోగాలు ఉన్నాయి. సో మన ఫస్ట్ గీసిన తర్వాత ఫుల్లీ కన్స్ట్రెయిన్ చేసిన తర్వాత వీ షుడ్ యూజ్ ద మోస్ట్లీ వీ షుడ్ యూజ్ ది డైమెన్షన్ ఎడిట్ మల్టీ కన్స్ట్రెయిన్ ఓన్లీ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, ఇవి కాక ఇంకా కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, చూద్దాం. ఓకేనా. సో రైట్ నౌ బై lifting the geometrical constraints, dimensional constraints, edit multi constraints, we have some more options. Let us see. And the next option is the automatic constraint, sorry, contact constraint. Okay, what is the meaning contact constraint is nothing but, suppose if there is a rectangle and there is a circle, there is a circle and there is a rectangle. I want a relation between these two lines. This line and circle is a contact. Maybe we can contact this line and circle by tangency also, but he given some more option also. Okay, select the line and select the circle, and here you will get by in the geometric dimensional constraints, we click the submenu, then here you will get the one more constraint. This is name, it is called as a contact constraint. The submenu he given contact constraint. Means right now this line and the circle is contacted. How it's contacted? By a property of tangency maybe, but the thing is that we are contacted, he given like this one. Suppose I want to contact this circle and this line, maybe it is a possibility by the contact property also given. See, okay, so this is called as a contact. And next one is the fixed together. Fixed together means, suppose I didn't apply in the constraints between these two rectangles as a geometric constraints and dimensional constraints. Means I didn't apply any constraint between these two things, means there is no relation between these two things, but what are the constraint I want to make, means the distance between these two things I didn't know, but it should be same only, it should be fixed. Then what I should do means, select the fixed together and select the objects which you want to the constraint fixed together. There is no distance or no vertical geometric constraints, no dimensions, but we are making the fixed together. Means right now these two dimensions are fixed. See, if I am moving the rectangle, one rectangle, another rectangle is moved. Why it's moving? Why? Because the relation between these two things is the fixed together. Okay, and next constraint is called as the automatic constraint. Okay, next one is the automatic constraint. Automatic constraint is nothing but, we are making right now we are giving, according to user we are giving the dimensions. Okay na, we are changing the dimensions, we are giving the shape of the length we are giving, but the system can the catia can automatically generate the dimensions also. Let me check it. Okay, right now I am drawing a rectangle. Okay, after drawing the rectangle, what are the constraints you can apply? That is the length, width. After that, where is the rectangle in a plane? So what you can do, select the rectangle and select the automatic constraint. In the fixed together only submenu have the automatic constraint, and make it the okay. See, what are the constraint dimensions you get? He get your only the horizontal and vertical dimensions, but the object is fully constrained. When the full constraint it will happen, it should be select, we should choose the reference, we should choose the reference also, then only we will get the dimensions. So what you should do, nothing will happen. I am drawing one more rectangle. Okay, and after that rectangle, after that what you should do, select the rectangle and select the automatic constraint. After that, here have the option of reference elements, means from the where it is from where we should give the take the dimension support. Means I am selecting these two things, and after that okay. See, right now the object is automatically fully constrained, automatically dimensions are created of the geometry. After that, where is the object, means by taking the reference as the coordinate system, from the coordinate system it is the distance of this one. Like this one also we can make the fully constraint. After that, next option is the animate constraint. Animate constraint, what is the meaning of an animate constraint? Suppose if I draw a rectangle, I am giving a dimension of this rectangle is a somewhat 50 or 80. Select the dimensional constraint and giving this dimension. Okay, so what is the dimension of this length? This suppose if I want to give the length is to 20. Suppose if the length of this rectangle is varies from the 10 to 50, what is the shape it will be? What is the shape we will get? We can see. Okay, select the dimension and select the animate constraint. Okay, na? Here we should give the lower limit of the dimension and upper limit of the dimension. If the dimension is 10, how it will be visible. If the dimension is 50, how it visible. Here we have the loop option and select the play button. Then the objective shape is moved to the 10 to 50. Means if the dimension is 10, how it looks. If the dimension is 50, how it looks. Like this one, we can make the animate constraint. Okay, na? So these are somewhat options which doesn't, we are mostly, it doesn't use this animate constraint and full constraint, automatic constraint and fixed together, but we should know why, because these are constraints are available also in the catia. Maybe it will be useful in some different conditions also. Okay, and the next one is, so right now what we learn the profile. After that we learn the constraining. Okay, by learning these two things, what we can do, let me see. Suppose right now, in say what is it in yesterday, what I said, I drawn a CPU shape. Now what is the shape of the CPU shape is like in a rectangle. On this rectangle they have the some more 4 small boxes which are used to compatible to fix the what it, that is the CD-ROM. Somewhat some external cases also we can place in this one. Okay, this is the shape of the CPU. In this one he given me what he given a small two USB ports to which you want to insert the USBs. Means I am drawing the shape of the USBs, and between these two USBs he given a 2 small circles. That is what is the meaning of these 2 circles. These 2 circles are, it means that inlet and outlet of the audio jack of the earphones jacks. That's what these 2 circles. Okay, after that what given, it is disturbing. See, right now it disturbing means what you should hold the shift button, then it doesn't get any constraint. And next what given, he given a very big circle. What is the meaning of the big circle? This big circle indicates that it is the start button of the object. Okay, so right, just this is the rough sketch what we drawn in the this one, but it's exactly in the length and dimensions are exactly in the form of CPU. No, why? Because it is not in perfectly shaped dimension. So what we should do, after making the dimension, automatically the constraints are applied, geometric constraints. So we didn't bother about the geometric constraint. If it doesn't get the geometric constraint, then we should apply the geometric constraint. So geometric constraints are automatically created. After that what we should do, we should apply the dimensional constraints. How we can apply dimensional constraints? Let me see. Okay, select the dimensions constraint and select the height. What is the height of the CPU? Actually it is automatically generated, but we should edit the dimension. Okay, what is the height of this one, and what is the diameter of the start button, and that where is the button in the CPU means from the bottom certain distance, and from the side it should be some distance. Okay, and next one, what is the, right now we have the 4 boxes. What is the dimension between what is the dimension of these 4 boxes? We should select, we can right now you want delete this option, dimension, select the dimension, make it as delete, then you can delete the lines also. Okay, select these 2 lines and drag the right side, then you will get a dimension of these 2 rectangles. Okay, it's make the over constraint. Why it's making over constraint? Let me check it. How it's make the over constraint? See one more time. Actually how it's the over constraint is, we can let you check it. Why it's make the over constraint? Nothing will happen, it's over constraint only. Why? Because over constraint is nothing but, suppose what is the height of this object? This object is 173. By adding these 3 by big dimension, we are minusing these 3 dimensions. Automatically we get the dimension of this one, na? So it indicates that it's substituting this dimension. So when we give in this dimension, what we should do, if we give this dimension, what will happen? We should remove any dimension of these 2 dimensions. If I select in these 2 lines and giving dimensions, it means see here these objects only colored in pink color. These are not appearing in pink color. Means we should remove any dimension between this. Suppose if I remove this one, it can remove this dimension. Right click and delete. See, if you want to give this dimension, we should remove this dimension. Like this one, we can give the suppose if I want the biggest dimension means we should remove the this dimension. Like this one you can make the yes. Okay. After that what are the constraints? Next one, right now USB ports na. So what is the width of the USBs and what is the height of the USBs, and where is the USBs? Right now USB ports are there, but where it is in this rectangle means from the side distance and from the bottom distance. Okay. Right now screw jacks, what is the diameter of the screw jacks, and where it is means from the USB port it's certain distance. From the USB ports it should be horizontally vertically some distance, as well as this jack also certain distance from the another jack, and it's vertically certain distance from the USB. And what same like this also, what is the distance between the one USB port and the another USB port. Okay, these are the constraints we applied. After that, what there is object is not fully constrained. What is it means? It means that the object is where in the plane. So we should give from the horizontally one dimension and vertically one dimension. Right now the object is completely fully appeared in the green color. It means that the object is fully constrained. Okay, right now draw on the profile. After that we apply the geometrical and dimensional constraints. Next what we should do, we should edit the multi constraint, means we should be get into the according to our required shape. What is our required shape? It is certain. What is the height of the CPU? It's at 200 and width of the CPU is 50. So what you should do then for the next step is edit multi constraint. In edit multi constraint what will happen, we are getting the what are the dimensions you want to give here, what is the dimension you want to edit. So what I think is from the origin, actually the distance from the origin is 0, from the vertically also it's the 0, and the next one is the what is the length of this one. So what is the distance between the one jack and another jack. Let me consider the jack distance is 20, sorry it's saying as 30, yeah, nothing like 30. After that what is the distance from here to here means what I considering as the height of height is 15, means I am giving this value as a 15 by 2, and this is also what is the distance between 1 and 1 is the I am thinking it is the 10, and it is a height of 15 by 2. What is the distance between from here to here, and what is the distance between from the jack and the screw is I consider as it's 5, and it is the what is the diameter of this one jack is 15, and what is the diameter? See right now here it is asking the radius and I given in the form of the diameter. How to give it in the radius means 15 by 2, means it is the 15 diameter, as well as it is also a second one, it is also 15 diameter I want to give. And next one, what is the distance from here to here. Suppose the box height is, let I consider it as the 200, means it should be a 50 50 50 to 50, yeah, it's taken as a 40 means I am taking it as a 10 distance away from the shape, and get down, and you have some more dimensions. So what is the distance between from the side, and the side is a 60, means I am taking it as distance as a 5, and select this length, and so what is the height of this one, I am taking as a length of 15, and what is the width of this one, I am taking it as the 15, and what is the length of this one, I am taking it as also 15, and what is the offset distance from the what is the offset distance, what is the height of the complete object, I am considering it as a 200. Here we are giving the answers 200, and what is the dimension of one box, I thinking it is the one is the 40, sorry 140, as well as this dimension also 40, and this dimension also 40, and what is the diameter of the what is the distance from here to here. Suppose let's figure the height, consider the height width is 60, means it should be center, then I giving as the 30, and here we have some more dimensions we are left. That is the what is the dimension of this one, I consider it is about 50, and next one, what is the diameter of this one, I think it as a 30, sorry it is the diameter of 15, and what is the dimension of this width, it is a 60. After editing constraints click OK, then what will happen means fit all in. Right now I make the shapes, the dimensions, and then but here what happened, it's change means right now I consider the water dimensions are roughly it's changed. So what you can do after shape, water dimensions we are giving as the wrong dimension. It's not wrong dimensions, correct dimensions only. But the thing is that we are making the assumption. If you give the exact perfect dimensions, perfect shapes, you will get the perfect shape and perfect dimension. We should, whenever we are making the modeling, we should pre-planned what is the dimension of this one, what is the width of dimension, then only we should start the diagram. If you doesn't pre-plan the diagram, then you will start diagram, it will visible like this only. So when we are start the diagram, we should have the perfect dimensions and perfect shape, then only we will get the perfect. Just catia is a tool what you can draw, then you will get the. So right now I given the dimension is the 50 distance from the this one, so then you will get the 50 distance only. We should know what is the dimension we should give. For that one what we should do, we should have the pre-plan. Okay na? సో ఇది మనకు మనం ఒక సిపియూ షేప్ అనుకుని నేను అనుకున్నాం. సిపియూ షేప్ గీసిన తర్వాత దాంట్లో ఇట్లా బాక్స్లు ఉంటాయి, ఇట్లా సర్కిల్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఇట్లా యూజ్ పోర్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి అని అనుకున్నాం. గీసిన తర్వాత ఆ సిపియూలో ఆ బాక్స్లో ఒకటి హైట్ ఎంత ఉండాలా, ఒక విడ్త్ ఎంత ఉండాలా, ఆ స్టార్ట్ బటన్ ఎంత ఉండాలా, స్క్రూ జాక్స్ అవి ఎంత ఉండాలా, దాని యూఎస్ పోర్ట్స్ ఎంత ఉండాలని మనం లెన్స్ అనుకున్నాం. ఆ లెన్స్ని ఇచ్చినాక అన్ని చేసినాక ఓవర్ ఫుల్లీ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసిన, 8 మల్టీ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఏమైంది, మనం అనుకున్న డైమెన్షన్స్కి గీస్తే ఏమైంది, షేప్ విచిత్రంగా వచ్చింది. ఎందుకు విచిత్రంగా వచ్చింది అంటే కరెక్టే వచ్చింది, మనం ఇచ్చిన డైమెన్షన్స్కి తగ్గట్టుగానే వచ్చింది. అయితే మనము ఎంత డైమెన్షన్ ఇవ్వాలా అనుకున్నది మనము ముందే ప్రీ ప్లాన్ చేసుకొని ఇవ్వాలా. మనం ముందే ప్రీ ప్లాన్ చేసుకోకుండా చేస్తే ఇట్లనే ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? సో నువ్వు పేపర్ పెన్ తీసుకొని గీసిన స్కెచ్ చేసిన తర్వాత కరెక్ట్ నువ్వు డైమెన్షన్ ఇది ఎంత ఉందో తెలుసుకోవాలి, నువ్వు తెలుసుకొని ఇవ్వాలా. నువ్వు ఏది ఇస్తే అదే వస్తుంది కదా. అదేవిధంగా నువ్వు తప్పిస్తే నువ్వు తప్పు వస్తుంది, కరెక్ట్ ఇస్తే కరెక్ట్ వస్తుంది. నువ్వు ఎంత ఇవ్వాలనుకునేది ముందే నువ్వు ఆలోచించి పెట్టుకోవాలా. నువ్వు ఏదో విధంగా వేసుకుని ఏదో విధంగా చేస్తా అంటే ఇట్లే ఉంటుంది. సో మనకి డిజైన్లో మెయిన్ ఛాన్స్ వచ్చేసి ముందే మనము ఆలోచించి పెట్టుకోవాలా. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ ద క్లాస్ ఆఫ్ ద కన్స్ట్రైంట్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ వీఆర్ మేకింగ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్. Next class we will deal the third step of the designing. In third step of designing what we deal, we are making some more modifications of the diagram. After that we will start the exercises. Okay, thank you. For any doubts and clarifications, for more tutorials visit www.catialearning6.blogspot.com. If you had any doubts and clarifications, you can get the mail ID, you can ask in mail ID. You can ask the questions to my mail ID, that is 500srikanth@gmail.com. If you had any doubts, try to ask the doubts in the Facebook. That is my Facebook is 5 Srikanth. Why? Because if you ask any doubts in the Facebook, it will be helpful to many more persons. If you ask the doubts in the email, what will happen? It will be solving between you and me. If you ask the doubt in the Facebook, it will be helpful to many persons. Okay, right, thank you.